Swish or brick, you know it, you love it, and mainly because of these two. Eric Smith, Alvin Williams joining me once again. And fellows, this week, we're going to start with the Canadian Elite Basketball League. So they've decided 7 teams are going to compete over 15 days starting July 25th. And they're using the ELAM ending, a system where, of course, it's trying to make the last 4 minutes that much more exciting. Whether that's a swish or a brick, we did see it at the NBA All-Star game, and it does have some things to offer, right?
Yeah, and for that very reason, Danielle, I'm going to give it a swish. I wouldn't want to see this in a regular season, under a regular format, under normal times and normal circumstances. But I think right now, when you're kind of trying to create something different, when you've got this opportunity to maybe explore and experiment a little bit, and let's be honest, when you're not the NBA, I think that you have the opportunity in the CEBL, in the G League and others to experiment with things. And again, because it's a smaller format in the summer tournament, I kind of like it. There was excitement in Chicago during the All-Star game, and Al and I were both there for it, and so I will give it a swish.
I love it, E. I love it, Danielle. I think it goes back to the essence of playground basketball, right? It's no time limit. You can be out there until the sun goes down, but it's that last bucket, and you got to scratch, claw, you got to dive for that last bucket. And I just think this format is something where the competitive nature will always be there and the opportunity will be there, and someone will hit the game-winning shot. So that's another bonus that I love to watch.
An important initiative that was announced this week is called the Justice Movement. It's a WNBA, WNBPA player-led social justice initiative where they're going to really put the focus and drive the conversation on off-court issues. Alvin, swish. We know this. This is absolutely a swish, but why do you think that it is?
You ever see the swish where the net doesn't even move?
A whisper.
Yeah, it's just, oh my God. And this is exactly what it is. This is something, it's intentional. It's collaboration. I see strategy. I see teamwork. I see a direction. And I love where it's going. We all know it's needed. We all know it's long overdue. But for the WNBA that to use their platform and combine with not just athletes, but other leaders in other industries, I think it's an ultimate swish.
And I'll just echo those sentiments, Danielle. As you said off the top, clearly it's a swish. And I think the one thing that we all have learned, but I would hazard to say, Danielle, especially you and I, it's that we all need to lend our voices and our platform and our support, and it can't just be kind of sitting back and letting somebody else do the work. We all have a part to play in this, and I think that the WNBA and clearly what's happening in the NBA as well, I think it's just pushing the right message forward to everyone and making sure that this isn't just something that's caught in the headlines for a couple of weeks and then it fades again. It stays in the collective conscious, and it stays in the headlines, and it stays front of mind where it should be and where it needs to be.
We've had a lot of time to prepare for Vince Carter's retirement. We've been discussing it throughout, I feel like, the last year, maybe 2. And a lot of people have done things to commemorate his 22-year career, which is so incredible. But Mitchell and Ness made a jersey featuring all the teams he's ever played for, some cool notes, but I don't know. Are we doing too much on this jersey? Is this a swish or a brick?
It's an absolute brick. No doubt about it. I mean, first of all, due respect to Mitchell and Ness, and I love going into the store in Philly, right in the downtown core when we're there. It's ugly. First of all, it's just ugly. It's a terrible look, period. But then on top of that, maybe it's the bias of Toronto, but I want to see that Raptor logo first and foremost prominent. I want to see Toronto on the front, that kind of fandangled VC spin-off of the old Nets logo, whatever. I just think it's a bad look, and I'm giving it a brick.
I come from the old school when my mom used to tell me, it's the thought that counts.
Oh, come on now. Come on.
It's ugly and you know it. Come on.
I like the idea, not to mention Philadelphia, Mitchell, and Ness. I gotta give them props, but I think it's cool. I think it's cool. So I'm going to give it a swish. I'll give it.
Would you wear it?
I don't wear jerseys, but in 2001, I probably would have rocked that thing.
OG Anunoby was asked recently, and this clip is going around, who he would take for the final game-winning shot. I'm talking all time. He could have chosen anybody. His answer was his former teammate, Danny Green.
Good luck, OG. Good luck with that one. I mean, if I got my options from a Kobe to a Jordan to a Bird to like anything, and no slight to Danny Green, not at all. But OG, I think it's more of an emotional pick for you right now, or you don't know your basketball history. I don't know, but I'm gonna give that choice a brick.
I'll reluctantly give it a brick as well because I do have a lot of love for Danny Green and what he did with the Raptors, and even some work he did with us here at Sportsnet as well. But at the same time, all time, yeah, there are other guys.
This feels like classic OG just straight up punking us. And I think even Danny knew that because his tweet about it was with a laughing emoji. So even he knows he's probably not the pick here. So brick on that pick, but good on OG for being such a good teammate. So from game winners to something a bit more creative, trick shot for Snowy has been trending throughout June. June is ALS Awareness Month, and Chris Snow, who's an assistant GM with the Calgary Flames, started this initiative. He's kind of become an ambassador of sorts after being diagnosed last June. And I know E has taken part. Alvin, you've seen his shot. Do you give him a swish or a brick?
I gotta give my main man a swish. That thing was legit, E. I gotta give that thing a swish across the board.
Do you want to know the real story? I haven't told the real story until this point right now.
That's what I'm asking for, E. Let's hear it.
All right, so I'm giving myself a swish, but
of course,
I'm giving my wife a bigger swish.
You beat me to it.
I was 0 for 20, okay? 0 for 20. Then I went 2 for 2. And my wife says, let me see if I can do it. So I grab the camera. She goes upstairs into the bedroom window. Boom, does the same thing. Terribly misses the first one. Nails it on the second shot.
Shannon
my
Swish
wife, yes,
Smith is what we're looking at here, right?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Well, swishes all around, and maybe Al and I can take part ourselves in the trick shot for Snowy, another great initiative. Thanks, guys.